start? Here, beep. Oh, no, wait. Okay, so today we're going to take a look at 3.4, do that one. We're going to actually review 3.3, do 3.4, and start in on 5.1. Today you have lab project part 2B. You can turn it in late today by midnight for full credit. You should have all gotten, if you sent to me by 10 a.m. this morning, I replied to everybody who emailed to me by 10 a.m. this morning. So if you sent it to me anytime before 10 a.m. and I have not replied to you, check with me, check your email, and check with me because to make sure that, because I'm pretty sure I've got it back to everybody who sent it to me as of 10 this morning. Connect Math 3.2 is due tonight, and then also Connect Math 3.334 is due on Tuesday. Project Lab Part 3 is, I'm going to move that. So this is actually due, this is actually due on Thursday, Lab Part 3, along with Connect Math 5152. So speaking of Project Part 3, let's take a quick look at it. First of all, it is here under Projects Part 3, 4, and 5. If you use Excel, pick the Excel one. If you're using Sheets, do the Sheets one. I'm going to go through the Excel one today because I did the Sheets one on the last video, so then I'll do the Excel one on this video so people can have both of them on a video at some point, which means that I'm likely to mess up somewhere. But if you look at your instructions for that, here they are. They are here, and I'll kind of go through it. So you're going to open up your data, and say your data is favorite holiday. Let's say, okay. I'm going to change some of these. I'm going to make them others so that I have some data to work with. Other. And A, I'm just going to delete that one. Going to delete that. Okay. Delete. Summer. Other. Okay. Sorry, that's other as well. Okay, so then I'm going to copy this. So you're going to copy, and you're going to go over to your Excel sheet, and you're going to, you have it in your sheet too. Create a new sheet. So this little plus button creates a new sheet. This part 3, only uses your questions from Group A and your question from Group C. Don't worry about B and D. We'll use B and D some other time. So if you're not paying attention and you do B and D, that's your fault because you weren't paying attention. So only do Group A and Group C. That's it. So here, this first sheet is Group. I'm going to create a new sheet, and I'm going to put in my Group A data. So Control V, paste it in there. And then I'm going to need to sort it. So I'm going to grab all the data down here, highlight it all. I probably won't highlight my title because it might sort my title by mistake. And I'm going to go with data. And then see this A to Z sort. If you're only highlighting your data, you can just hit this one here. Otherwise, you can hit the sort. And I'll say what column A to Z, sort. And now it's sorted it. And make it a little bit bigger so we can read it. Great. So I have Christmas, I've got 4th of July, Halloween. Yours is going to be different because I'm just picking this because it's easier to sort them out. And then you're going to do your frequency distribution. So here, what do I have? I have holidays. Yours will be something different, like cities you live in or whatever. And my first holiday is Christmas. I need to count frequencies. I need to count the number of Christmases there are. The easiest way to do that, I could count them, but why don't I just be lazy and let count A do it for me? So equals count A, parentheses, and then just grab them all. Left-click, drag all the Christmases. There's a lot of Christmases. I like Christmas. and then hit enter, and it'll pop it in there for you. Counts it for you, yeah.
How did you do again, putting in order? What was?
So you select everything, right? And then you do data. So you're over here, probably hit data, go to this sort thing here, where it says sort, click on this one, and then I'll say sort by column, yes, order A to Z.
And same concept on sheets too?
Sheets is a little bit different. It's similar, yeah. Sheets, you'll go to here, data, and then sort, yeah, data, and you'll sort range. And then yeah, you say, oh yeah, whether it has a data header or not, and yeah, it's a similar thing, A to Z. Column you want, and A to Z.
Okay.
So it's very similar, yeah. And then what's my next one? 4th of July, then Halloween. So 4th of July. 4th of July. Halloween. And you count my 4th of July's again, equals. You gotta put the equal sign in first. You don't put the equal sign, it doesn't know it's a formula. And I'll just count it as a bunch of words. Count A parentheses, and then grab all my 4th of July's. There aren't that many. Oops. There. Enter. And then my Halloweens equals, count A, parentheses, go down and left click drag on those. Enter. Okay. So now you have, you'll do all of yours. I'm only going to do 3 because I'm just showing you guys a quick demo. And then once you have them all, you're going to highlight them, the words and the data, and you're going to go to Insert, and then pick, you want a pie chart first, so pick this pie chart, and just pick the first 2D pie, that's perfect. Move it down below, that's great, below wherever your table is. And then we need to change this word. It says frequency. I don't want to say frequency. I want to say what?
Holidays.
Holidays. So click on that, so you can write on it, holidays. Oops. And then you're good. So you may have to click on it a couple times to get into where the words are, where you can change them. Oop, yeah, I want to move them. And then you also need to, should tell you here, what else do you have to do? You have to right-click on, click again, then right-click on the pie chart, which brings up a menu, and click on Add Data Labels. So, I'm going to put this off to the side so I can see it. Maybe make it a little bit smaller. So I'm going to right-click on the chart itself, where it says Add Data Labels, and click on that, and then all of a sudden it adds the labels in there, 61, 4, and 20. But I want percents in there. I'll make this bigger. So I'm going to right-click on one of the numbers, and Format Data Labels. You're going to change it so it says not value. You want, oh, what happened? Can I undo that? Okay. Right-click on that. Data labels. Put in percentage instead of the value. And I think that's it. You want right leader lines and percentage. Those are the two that you want. So then I'll show those in there. So that's the part about the pie chart. And then Pareto chart. Pareto chart goes in what order? The highest to lowest. So see how my data is now not like that? It's all kind of mixed up there. I need to change it. If I only highlight the data, this part here, and sort, then I'm going to be in trouble. See how Christmas has 61? And 4th of July has, see how 4th of July has 4? Everybody see that? I do data, if I only grab the frequencies and do data, sort, and I continue, it actually prompts me to expand the selection. If I continue with this current selection on column D, we'll do small margin. Then see how Christmas now has 4, and it's totally moved them around? Make sure, hit undo if you did a problem, undo's at the top. Make sure that you grab all of it, and then do your sort. And then sort by what? What's my frequency in? Column D. Sort on whatever your frequency is in, column D. And we want to go largest to smallest. There we go. Because remember, Pareto's highest to smallest. And then I'm going to highlight it again and do insert. And now I want a bar chart. Do my directions help me out here at all? Column. It says column. All right, so 2D column. That seems good. There we go, 2D column. And now you have your Pareto chart. So just move that down so that it, oops, so that it goes below this guy somewhere. And then you need to print it. We'll talk about that in a minute. The other one you need is you need your numbers. So let's see, here's one. What's this one? Copy. Create another new page for your C data. Control V. Put it in there. How tall are you in inches? And let's sort that. Actually, the other thing too is you want to have them all be the same number of decimal places. So if you have any ones that are decimal places, change them. So see where it says 6.4 here? 68.4? Make that rounded off, 68. 71.5, that's 72. What else we got? 72.5, that's really 73. All your data should have the same number of decimal places as each other. And then I'm going to sort them. Sort, data, sort, A to Z. Perfect. Oh, there's that 98 that didn't get changed. I made that 74. So I should sort that again. Sort. Okay. Now, kind of look at it and figure out what we want to sort it by. So maybe we have 56 to 75, 76. Maybe we go by 5s. Does that seem reasonable?
Yeah.
So maybe I'll do that. 56, maybe I go with, say, 55 to 59. And then 60 to 64. 65 to 69. 70 to 74. 75 to 79. All right. What are these? This is my height. And then I'm going to have my frequency. Perfect. So then now I need to count the ones that are from 55 to 59. So I'm going to do equals count, because it's a numerical thing. And I'm going to highlight the ones that are 55 to 59. 56, there we go, just like that. Done. Equals count, parentheses. Grab the ones that are 60 to 64. 60 to 64. Enter. Equals count. And I want 65 to 69. And then for this, I'm just going to make up some numbers for now. Okay. Actually, I'm just 3. Okay, so now we have our data. This is my frequency distribution table. So if you want to put boxes around this, you go to Home, this little box thing right here, you click on that one, it'll give you the option to do all borders, and it'll put borders around these ones, which looks a bit nicer. Now I need to make a frequency polygon, and I need to make a ogive. Frequency polygon, what do those use? Midpoints. Midpoints and frequencies. So I need to make another table over here with midpoints. Maybe I'll give yourself a couple of spaces down. Midpoints and frequencies. So the frequencies will be the same. I can just highlight these and do left click copy and right click paste, but make sure you paste the numbers, the values. Otherwise it's going to give you trouble. Or it might not. Actually, I guess we'll look into it. So then I need to find the midpoints of these. So what's the midpoint of 55 to 59? 57, 62, and then my class width is 5, so I just add 5 each time. But here's the deal. Frequency polygons, we need to anchor them in the front and the back. Right? So we need to find the imaginary class before and after. So if this is my class, 77, the midpoint of this class, what's the midpoint of the class after it? 82. I just add another class width. So 82. And now we'll have, there's nobody in there, right? So it'll have frequency of 0. And then I need to take these guys, I need to move them up. So I'm just going to take them and I'm going to copy them up here. And I'm going to delete them out of here. And what's the class that comes here? 457? 52. Great. And then that has also a frequency of 0. Now I can highlight these. I'm not sure how Excel works, but I think one of them, you don't want to grab the midpoints and the frequencies. You just want to grab the words, these things here. And then you go to Insert, and you're going to pick a line graph. See the little tangle of lines right there? I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's a bunch of lines there. And you want a line graph. Ooh, I don't want any of those. Those are all, what the heck? Okay. Let's try something else. Recommended charts. There we go. So go with recommended charts. That looks beautiful. That one looks great. Done. So don't pick that other one. Pick the recommended chart. And then chart title. This should be, again, my height. Ideally spelled correctly. I don't know. I can't spell height apparently, but that's fine. Close enough. And then move that down there. And see how it's anchored at the bottoms? Right? We like that. That's good. I wonder what happens if I pick these guys. If I made this into height. How do you spell height? I before E except after C? All right, we'll try that. What happens if I do this? Insert, recommended charts, this one. No, that doesn't help me much. Not like that. Okay, undo. Yeah, so I would not grab the words. I would just do that instead.
Just put height wrong.
I know, I don't, it's going to be like that. It's just, it'll be okay. And I'll do it one more time. Here, I can put in midpoints. And then over here, we're also going to do an ogive. Ogives use what?
Scatterplot.
No, ogives use what? Cumulative frequencies and class boundaries, upper class boundaries. So we need, I love the fact that you guys are trying. Upper boundaries and cumulative frequencies. Good. All right, so then we need to find out all the upper boundaries of these. So the upper boundary of this one would be 59.5. All right, because I'm just looking at this guy and the next one. And if I look at this one here, this 64.5, 69.5, 74.5, 79.5. And then the cumulative frequencies. Here's the beautiful thing about the cumulative frequencies. I just need these things to be added. So the first one's easy, 7. But here, I want to get the cumulative frequency, I need to add these two. So there's this, you guys see this little auto sum right here? You can click on that, and you can tell it what to add. I'm going to left click drag those two, and it'll add it for you. How cool is that, right? Auto sum. I want these 3, left click drag on those 3. Boom. Next one, auto sum, those 4. Enter. And last one, I click on the auto sum, I highlight all of them, and hit enter, and it puts it in there.
Boom.
Boom, yeah, exactly. But here's the thing, I also need to anchor this one. So I need to make a little more room. Let me drag these guys up here. Oops, I have no idea what I just did. Left click, cut. Right click, paste. Left click, paste. Paste. There we go. So I need to find the upper boundary that comes before this. Subtract 5, because it's my class width. And that would have a cumulative frequency of 0. Thank you. Now, highlight these. Oops, I think I just want the numbers. And then go to, again, insert recommended charts, and pick that one again. Pick the one that's prettier, that's kind of more spread out, and not this one's all scrunched up. And then I need to change this again to height. H. E. Thank you. All right. And then move it down below.
So that's how you want to format it, like that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Are you posting this tonight on YouTube?
Tomorrow morning,
Okay.
because I have to convert all the files. Files are big, so first I have to run them through VLC to convert them down to, and that takes overnight.
But
And then I have to upload them. So,
you, so it's, but,
so all the stuff that I do, all these videos,
yeah.
they're usually posted by like, at least by noon the next day.
Okay.
Yeah.
But tonight, let's do tonight exactly. This is not.
This is due next Thursday.
Oh.
The stuff that's due tonight has been up for like a couple weeks now. That's the 2B stuff.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, that's
This is
different.
not-
So this is not due tonight. This is due in a week.
I was panicking.
Here's the catch. Here's the interesting thing, though. When I want to print these, I'm going to highlight just the areas, just the part I want, the 2 tables, the 3 tables, and the 2 graphs. And I'm going to go to File, Print, and see where it says Print Active Sheets. I don't want that. You can see it over here, where it includes a lot more. See where it goes to 23 down here? I don't know if you guys can read that. I want only the selection. Now it only prints this part, but see how height is cut off? All right, you guys look up. You guys see where height is cut off? Don't cut it off. Go back and move it down. So that undo. I need to grab you and move you down. And do you guys see this little dotted line here?
Yeah.
That tells you where your page ends. So that kind of helps you out a little bit.
So you want us to print these out and bring them to class next Thursday?
Yeah. So these should be printed and brought with you. So I don't want them sent to me. File, print. And you're going to pick the, again, selection. And it should come up here. And if you kind of arrow down here, will show you everything you have. These arrows back and forth will show you how many pages you've got and everything else. So just print those. Over here, it's a little bit different. When you do the print part, you highlight what you want and you do File, Print. And you have to choose over here, up on the upper right, it says Current Sheet. You have to click on that and go to Selected Cells. And then it comes around and prints it like it should be printing it. Next. And you can see it just has what you need. Good? Okay, great. So I'm going to stop this part.